All right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, why can I not do this without stuttering? I always start on like the second word. Welcome, gentlemen. I have a hard time pronouncing words like that. Welcome, everybody, to episode 3 of the Team Reinvented Podcast. I am your host, Arilith, and I'm joined by my co-host, Mr. Alex Pavlik, videographer for the company. And today we are back with a previous guest, Mr. Dorian Jones, the CEO of Team Reinvented Gaming. Say hello, Dorian. Oh, hello. There he is.
Oh.
We have plenty to talk about today. Dorian's got a lot of stuff going on with the org, and I thought this would be a good time to have him talk about some of the big changes that are coming with the end of the year. So, Dorian, if you have any big statements or big announcements, I'll let you go for it.
I don't know how to start. We just a lot of stuff is happening for the org. Coming in 2021 and everything. Our Valorant roster is about to be finalized. We have new ambassadors a part of the team. We have things being in motion. Our website's getting updated. Just a lot of stuff is happening. We're growing at a steady pace for the organization. So I'm happy about that. And I'm just trying to put one foot in front of the other as we grow. We're about to hit, we've been at work for about 9 to 10 months now. So it's coming up on the year mark. And 2021 is going to be a big year for us, so I'm excited for that and just can't wait to see what happens.
I think we've made a lot of progress this year, honestly. I mean, just from you started, because I wasn't here at the very beginning of it. You started it this year, correct?
Yes, in March.
Yeah, and to be from where we are from March till now, that's already a big deal. I mean, we got a lot of stuff going on. You're putting in a lot of effort, but I mean, I just can't wait to see what 2021 holds now that we got our we got the basis of it together, and now we're moving. We're getting some shows and stuff. We got the podcast, trying to get that consistent going, and we got the Valorant team coming up, and we're just gonna try to compete in some Valorant tournaments or other events and stuff. So I think we're really gonna start picking up traction, hopefully towards the beginning of 2021.
Dorian, I actually have a quick question for you. The YouTube channel, I believe, is on either 96 subscribers or 97 subscribers. We're getting to that 100 subscriber mark. Getting these last 4 or 3 subs, what's the game plan in your mind? Are you going to try to get 3 real people to sub, or are you just going to go on to bot websites and try to get just a few bots in there?
No, I'm going to get real people to sub.
Okay.
I'm antsy a little bit, it's almost, oh my gosh, almost 100 subscribers, right? It's a milestone. But no, I'm gonna get real people. I'm not gonna buy bots or subs or streams or views, anything like that. Real people. But the way we get those 3 subscribers is by being consistent. They'll come. We just gotta be consistent. It's possible by the end of the year, and there's only 3 people. Just be consistent. That's what we have to do. You can't rush the process. So, yeah.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But, Dorian, just let me know. I have a couple of other emails I can use, just...
Oh, my gosh.
I got a couple in burner. You got to be safe out there. People say you use different passcodes for different websites. I use different emails. I just make a different email for every... But, no, that's generally exciting. What is it? We were looking at... the episode 2 coming out of this podcast, and the fact that it was able to garnish the views of roughly 200 or something by the first week of it being out, and people were actively commenting in the commenting.
That episode of the podcast really I don't want to say put us on the map, but it really it got us out there. It gave us exposure and everything like that, so couldn't be happy about that. And plus, the production quality, obviously, due to YouTube, was amazing. So that helped. That definitely helped. They looked at it as probably wow, this is a professional podcast. Oh my gosh, who are these guys? So that definitely helped. But yeah, we just keep putting out good work. The only thing we can do is just keep being consistent and putting out good work and everything. Yeah. I mean, it's that simple. Well, it's simple to say, but harder to do. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that behind the scenes that has to happen. And everything. Everybody has to do their part. And that's what I'm going to 21 with. And, as you have these meetings with ambassadors and players and members in the future, my biggest point is going to be making sure everybody does their part. Because everybody is a piece of the puzzle. And if everybody does their job to the best of their ability and knows what they're doing, everything will connect. And when it connects, I'm telling you guys, it will work. My job is to orchestrate the orchestra, but it's your guys' job to play your instrument to the best of it, to your potential. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you're like the maestro, like, you know, conducting in proper time, and we're just following your rhythm,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, like I can have this whole system set up, but if I don't need anybody to play the instruments, it's not going to work. So
I'll try to learn the French horn for you, but, you know, wait. Dorian, I got to say, like, also, congrats on having your camera here for the first time. I know on the first podcast we didn't have cameras, but now we have two. So the second podcast we had one camera and one person calling. Now we have two camera setup. I'm super excited when episode 100 comes around and we're just gonna have different camera setups. Like
It's in VR.
That would be like infinity cameras.
Yeah.
That would be.
You got to get like one of those like little ball things with like all the cameras around it or whatever.
That's something that we would have that Joe Rogan doesn't have, that we would be
exactly.
able to.
We can overtake Joe Rogan. We got this, dude. How many? He's on episode 1,000 something.
Yeah, but he also moved to Spotify, so that's interesting for him.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes for him.
But where are you, Dorian, right now? Like, honestly, I don't need exact location. I mean, it would be cool, but like,
Yeah, what's the address?
yeah, please.
No, I mean, I can tell you where I'm at. I'm in New Jersey.
New Jersey.
So,
Man.
yep, New Jersey.
He's back.
So yeah, I'm back in my hometown and everything. It's good to be there. I mean, it's good to be here. The familiarity of it is cool, but you know, it's weird leaving the military. So for those who don't know, I literally got out of the Marine Corps like 4 days ago. So transitioning back into civilian life. It's good. It feels good. I'm trying to grow out my beard and everything. So,
Yo.
You know. Yeah, but it's good to be back in New Jersey. It's just good having the convenience of America, because when I was overseas, I couldn't like do things because I was overseas. Particularly the clothing part of the org. Just the merchandise in general was pretty hard because nobody wanted to ship overseas, because before we sell merchandise, I have to test it, make sure it feels good, it looks good, and that it actually works. Now that I'm in America, I can do that and everything. But my next challenge is figure out I'm going to live and figure out where I want the org to be based out of, because the org I have to kind of move with the org. That makes sense, right? Like I have to live somewhere that I think the org can have longevity in. So I'm looking into some places in the Midwest, just because a lot of esports organizations are based in like East Coast, Texas, California, right? And I think if we're in the Midwest, one, the cost of living is cheaper, so financially our money can extend further in that area, right? And two, there's no competition organically there, as far as I know, at least for Valorant, that can help us stand out in whatever state we're in, you know? So that's what I'm thinking.
It's pretty dope. I mean, the Midwest is pretty sick. I mean, we're based out of Wisconsin, so I mean, we both lived here our whole life, so you know, Midwest is definitely the bee's knees for us. But you know, it's something like, you know, graduating out of high school, a lot of cats that are around here that graduate, you know, are definitely flocking to the East Coast and West Coast, because it's just some sort of change, something that's different from the norm. And you know, growing up around here, a lot of people definitely stay and tend to the crops, as we say. But you know, a lot of people that are trying to find something new, try to find something different, try to go to these East-West coasts and see what all the hubbub is about. But, you know, there's always that, like, age, too, that, like, 40s and 50s people kind of come back to Midwest because they realize that the charm is here, and there's a lot more, you know, open space and ability to breathe. So I think, you know, you coming out here to the Midwest, you'll be able to find that there's, you know, a lot more open space to breathe and a lot more, you know, I guess, land to flourish on, that you can, you know, start building your organization from scratch instead of, you know, the Easts and West Coasts that have already been.
Yeah, that was something I was never like a huge fan of, was because like if you want to do like film or like any other thing or like music and stuff, like usually it's like LA or like the West Coast is like the place to be for like all of that stuff. But I mean, with like esports orgs and stuff, it's like a more viable option to like base yourself in other places, because you're able to do a lot of stuff like virtually and stuff, and then for like events just like fly out to there. But yeah. I mean, it's a big change between like those two different pieces of media, but I'm kind of glad that it's more free for you to not be based in like one specific location like it is for the other things.
Yeah. Yeah, and especially the area of Midwest. I was looking in like the Indiana area and everything like that. And, you know, in Indiana, I think Indiana is geographically a good place to be just because you have Milwaukee, Detroit, Toronto, Cleveland, Indianapolis, you know, major cities in which these LAN events could be held. And for a 2-hour drive away, that's a lot better than flying across the country. Like for some games, like Rainbow Six Siege, you have to pretty much be based in Nevada if you have a tier 1 esports team there, because that's where the LAN events are held, in Nevada. So, yeah, I think Indiana would be a good choice. So
there's one thing that Wisconsin is known for in the video game culture, specifically in Smash Bros. You heard of Smash and Splash? I think it's either Splash and Smash. It might be either of that. But we hold ourselves accountable to the Wisconsin Dells here, which is like one of the largest water park capitals of the world. You know, there's a lot of like water parks and things like that. A lot of outdoor parks that have a lot of like water slides and things like that. And it turns out that the gaming community of Super Smash Bros is just like, let's have a Smash Bros tournament weekend in this city in Wisconsin that just has a ton of like water parks. So, and a lot of people that are from California, from New York and all these kinds of stuff, they all come to this small town in Wisconsin for a weekend in June, and you can play Smash Bros with them. There's huge tournaments. Obviously they get to have a lot of stage events, but you can also go to the water parks and you can just see like Hungry Box going down a slide or like something crazy.
That was always like weird to me, because I mean I never really played Smash that much, but like the Smash scene in Wisconsin's like popping.
It is, straight up. And I didn't even realize that until one of my friends in high school like was playing it pretty well, and he was like, guys, let's go to Smash and Splash because like that's like these guys are going to be there. And it was just one of those like diamonds in the rough. Like you don't know it until you look it up. And I feel like the Midwest is full of little gems like that. So I think, yeah, exactly. You know, moving out to these places, you know, there might be a Super Smash Bros player that's like, yo, let's jump onto Team Reinvented Gaming and be based out of this Smash and Splash kind of.
Can we get Hungry Box on Team Reinvented?
Team Reinvented Hungry Box. You've heard it here first. I'm sorry we spoiled it. That was our big year-end announcement. But yeah, sorry.
Oh snap!
But
speaking about products, I'm actually working on a product for Team Reinvented Gaming put out, because I was thinking about clothing, but I don't think I'm going to do clothing, because one, every company, esports organization ever does clothing, right? And clothing has to be a byproduct of your organization already being known, right? Because I'm not gonna invest in like a fashion design or anything like that. Like, you know, we're not a fashion company, we're a sports company. So we're an esports company. So I'm gonna focus on products that are tangible products that they can use towards esports. You can't use clothing towards esports. And I feel that if you do that, if you do make products that are actually tangible and practical, that will set us apart from other organizations, and it would be something somebody can use the money to buy for that can actually help them. So stay tuned for that, and I'm working on that and everything. I'm not going to tell you what it is, because I already know what it is, but it's going to be cool. So
Team Reinvented keycaps.
I was just saying, can we like have educated guesses? Because I would probably go for like
what do you think?
Like a Team Reinvented Gaming carpal tunnel brace that a lot of these gamers would probably get, because you know carpal tunnel is like a real deal thing. One of my friends who plays a ton of Osu and things like that just found out he has carpal tunnel. So I'm just saying a lot of gamers are gonna need this, and what a way to represent Team Reinvented than with a carpal tunnel brace.
Fighting arthritis one win at a time.
I was going to say like a back brace for posture.
Honestly, I think we should just invest in medical items. Like, it's bound
maybe
to
in the future, but not right now.
Team Reinvented hernia mesh.
Team Reinvented insulin.
Dude, I bet there's some diabetic Team Reinvented gamer out there that's gonna definitely like that. Are we close to what it is, Dorian?
No, you're actually far off. But guesses though. If you enter the pharmaceutical realm, I'll be sure to tell you guys first.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and everything like that.
Can I have one more guess?
Yeah, sure.
Team Reinvented energy drink.
That has never been done before.
I was thinking of, well, in the future, I'm thinking about a certain food, trying to be sponsored by a certain food product.
Yo.
But I don't. But yeah, that's for the future.
That's
a lot of ideas and everything.
We just
a lot of stuff
into the vault of Team Reinvented right now because we're just thinking off the spot, man.
I'm an innovator, baby.
Exactly.
Innovative.
We gave you a ton of ideas, Dorian. I hope you jotted those down because I mean.
Yeah, I got my notebook and my pen. I was taking notes before I hopped on to
Dorian actually lied about having an idea. He was just trying to get us to give our ideas to him so he could patent them.
That's how normally
Hey, I mean, that's how it goes, right? This is saying this is like you don't have to make something new. You just gotta copy someone else's idea and make it better, right? So.
I mean, you said it. You said it well.
That's music.
So man, I mean, like, okay, New Jersey, we're in Wisco. How's the weather out there? I mean, like, honestly, here it's getting cold. It's December. It snowed like once, and now it's just kind of.
Did you go outside yesterday at all?
No, I didn't. What happened?
I was so confused. I was like, oh, it's a little hot in my room. I'm gonna crack the window open a little, and I was like, the temperature is the same outside as it is inside.
Really?
Yeah, it was like really warm yesterday for December at least, and then it just like dropped down today. So weather on here is like freaking out. I don't know how it is over there in New Jersey for you though, but
no, it's cold. It's cold. In North Carolina though, it was like 50 degrees and I can like wear a t-shirt. But out here, no, it's cold. Like you want a hat and a long sleeve shirt and everything. But
I'm just saying, in our high schools, what we would do is we would try to wear shorts as long as possible. Like whoever could wear shorts like year round. And be able to walk in like negative zeros, you know, like negative 10s, negative 20s or whatever out in the snowstorms with shorts, like you were considered a god. And it's been so easy this year because there's been so many years or so many weeks where it's been like 60 degrees out. And I don't know. I think the ratio of green Christmases to white Christmases in my entire lifehood here in Milwaukee has been pretty even, and I think it's going to be another green year.
I hope not. I really hope it's. I like white in my opinion, when it like there's no snow for Christmas time, it just like takes out of the mood for me.
Really?
Yeah, it's not the same. But if you're listening to Christmas songs or like, I don't know, like Mariah Carey's "All I Want for Christmas Is You," and you look outside and you see grass, does that really get you all jazzed?
I mean, if I'm listening to only specifically that song, then yes, I am not indeed jazzed. But
you don't like that song?
No, I mean, if there's grass outside and then I'm listening to that song, then yeah. Oh, I only like it when there's snow.
You don't like the D minor 7 flat 5?
The Christmas
chord? The Christmas chord?
Oh my gosh, Dorian knows nothing about the Christmas chord, but
yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what that means. I mean, I do know music. I can play the piano, but.
Wait, you can play piano? Really?
Yeah. I played the saxophone. I played the piano.
Wait, you played sax, dude? I played sax.
Okay, I can't play anymore. Really, I played it when I was younger. I played it when I was in 5th grade. If I would have kept doing it, I probably would have been really good. But I didn't transfer to piano. I used to sing. I could sing. I did choir for like 8 years.
That's dope, dude.
We learned the piano.
Can I pitch an idea? Can we do the Team Reinvented Christmas jazz album?
Yeah, that'd be so sick. And it'd be one of those jazz albums where like we would be like a dude would be in front with like the curls hugging the saxophone, you know?
Yeah.
And looking very intensely into the camera. But it'd just be 3 people. It'd be like 3 people doing that.
It's all really shitty because we're all recording our parts over Zoom.
Yeah, it could be like a Zoom thing. I could definitely see that. That's actually, instead of the merch or instead of the t-shirts and things like that, Dorian, you were secretly making an album, a Team Reinvented album. Was that the secret thing?
No. But that crossed my mind, though. Not making an album for the org, but getting a Team Reinvented Gaming Song. You know how, like, movies, like, for example, when Venom came out, Eminem made a song called Venom. How cool would it be if, like, we won, like, a championship and then an artist made a song called, like, Reinvented or something like that about us?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say, what if Eminem makes a song called Team Reinvented Gaming? I was gonna be like, yo. Bro, let's make a Team Reinvented Song.
That'd be crazy.
I could definitely see that. We just get it gets like a Grammy. That would be sick. That'd be so Grammy nominated Team Reinvented Gaming.
But that means Eminem would go up on the stage, not us.
Oh.
No, we probably go. Right?
Really?
No, we'll be invited to the Grammys though, so that'd be a win.
Exactly.
And then we get to meet Eminem, which would also be a win. So it's an absolute win.
Okay, so Dorian, really serious question. If we were to go to the Grammys for this, hypothetical speaking, would you wear like the Team Reinvented green in like a all green suit, or would you
I'm
go
black.
like
I cannot wear a green suit.
What? That would look so sick. I don't know.
It won't contrast.
Okay. What if it was like a black suit and then you had like the green like tie, and maybe it had like the little light
like
bulb on it,
Like a tux with like the dark green bow tie, something like that.
Yeah.
I think I could probably rock that.
What would your speech be? Just freeball a speech right now for your acceptance.
For a Grammy?
Yeah. So we can hype you up for a second. One sec. And the Grammy Award, out of the nominees this year, we had Beyonce, we had Lady Gaga, we had Eminem. The winner this year is Dorian Jones from Team Reinvented Gaming with his song, the Team Reinvented Gaming Song.
Woo!
Oh my gosh. And then you're like going up and they have like the music and all that kind of stuff, and you're there, the Grammy's in your hand right now.
I'll probably open up by spinning a bar from the song.
Ooh.
Straight up.
But I don't know what that would be because my freestyling skills are trash. Okay, they're not trash. It'd be like, I don't know what I would say. I'd be like from the single Reinvented. I'd be like in the words of Dominic Boone. I don't know what I would say. I can't even come up with anything clever on the spot.
And everybody in the crowd is just like, Kanye West is just tearing up in the front row because of how amazing your speech was. That was absolutely, and then everybody.
Dorian, can I get a feature? Dorian.
Honestly, that would be. I could see it already right now. It's like in my eyes. I could.
He's the next Lil Nas X.
Straight up. Like,
oh God.
Okay. Let's talk about something real here.
Yeah, ask me anything. I mean, I don't know. I want to talk about this. We've been building this org for, like I said, 9 months now and everything, and
yeah.
I just don't think people understand how serious we are. Like, this is not, if you're watching this podcast, coming from myself, we are not just people who just put together. I didn't just make this org because I got bored, right? Yes, I understood that there was an opportunity in esports, and I had an emotional connection to esports and everything. And then I decided, hey, I think I can improve this industry and add something to it. And that's why I created the org. So I just want people to understand that this is like legitimate business and not just something you could just show up and think you're going to get an easy ride to being a famous YouTuber, streamer, or competitive player. We're here to actually be professionals in what we do and actually change the world. That's what I'm here to do. And if you're going to join Team Reinvented Gaming, you have to understand that. Everybody works together. We're here to have a symbiotic relationship with each other. And we're here to just accomplish our goals. So I don't know. I feel I had to say that because I think people just are not taking it serious. And why would they, right? We're nobodies. But if you are joining the team, just understand that. Like, you can't miss podcasts. You can't do anything like that. This is legitimate. So, not to throw no shade at anybody, but I'm being real. So,
I think also, like, just thinking about the entire process of, like, this theoretical concept of, like, making it big and all that kind of stuff. I think a lot of people, when they think about it, it's like, oh, you're joining an org, and that org is automatically going to, like, propel you to new heights and all that crazy stuff. And just being a part of something, just signing a contract, just doing something is going to, like, do that. But, a lot of people that are very successful in this industry, are very successful on YouTube, it just seems like they're putting in the hard work themselves. People that we like to work with and things like that are coming to meetings and actively being involved and actively caring about, like, what we're doing, what other people are doing, and wanting to help in any way, shape, or possible. You know, a lot of these people that do really good things and are very successful might not be the best gamers, might not be the most skilled or anything like that, but you know, it's just it's the people skills that people have, you know, like the ability to sit down or the ability to come into a call and be able to work with some people to see how they work with, you know. I just think that, you know, some people that go into this are like, oh man, all I have to do is just, you know, stream 7 days a week and do all this kind of stuff, and then I'll go to crazy heights. But you know, I think the secret, the key to all of it is sitting down with Dorian here, sitting down with Dom, being like, hey, you guys are cool, let's just make cool stuff together, let's help each other out, let's just do stuff. And I think that's the secret to success. And
like, even from like our side of things, like, it might just look like we're out here chilling, like goofing around in a podcast and stuff, but like me and Alex, like Alex takes care of like the editing and stuff, and I take care of like I contact like the guests we're gonna have and like get the scheduling and stuff done, and then we have to come like set up stuff and get everything ready to go like half an hour early, and it takes like time out of our day and stuff, and like it's just a big process that like all of us have to put in like the most amount of effort possible for it, just to try to be successful. And it's honestly, I have a fun time doing it. I like doing this kind of stuff, and I like putting the effort in and seeing it like pay off, like when the YouTube video goes up on the page. So, I mean, it's just keeping that mindset when you come in that you're going to give it your all and hope for the best, and just keep putting out the best content and the best amount of effort that you can while you're part of the org.
This would be... Oh, sorry.
No, we're going to say...
I was just going to say, this would be so cool to see what would happen if me and Dom hated each other so much. Like what if we were like doing the podcast, but we like actually had like a gripe against each other, and we were just like...
I want to have you guys doing the podcast.
Well, welcome to the podcast. To my right, I have my amazing friend, Dominic, over here.
Yeah, and I'm here. I'm joined by... this fucking idiot.
Just go all the way to that. Wow, I would at least try, dude. But,
no, it's okay. We got lunch before this. We're friends. Don't worry.
Okay, good.
But what was I gonna say? I threw me for a loop, but I don't know why.
Sorry. That's okay.
Yeah, you just can't. My thing is like, we can't. What I'm doing is I'm figuring out, okay, what has worked for previous organizations and organizations that are currently, you know, successful, right? And then I'm also figuring out what hasn't worked, but I'm also thinking to myself, what can we do different? What can we do better? And just throwing a logo on your YouTube channel, on your stream, on our website, on our Discord isn't just going to get the job done. We actually have to provide value to people. And 2021 is going to be us building that foundation to provide value. And everybody in the organization has to think to themselves, what does it mean to be a part of Team Reinvented Gaming? And I'm thinking about that myself, right? We have a logo and everything, but I'm really thinking to myself, like, what makes us different? And that's what I'm going to be thinking about until I find an answer. And when I find it, I'll let you guys know. But that's the biggest thing. What makes us different than everybody else? So...
That's the craziest thing to me too, is like just this entire process of like learning how to do this. Like I find it, your work that you're doing is like it just seems like the most challenging thing that I've ever thought of, to try to make this company out of the ground and really go into this knowing that you're probably going to make mistakes, knowing that people are going to make mistakes, knowing that people are just not going to know what they have to do to get something accomplished, but you accepting the fact that we have to learn along the way and make these mistakes in order to get better and to, you know, really build this thing the right way. It just, to me, is like it just seems like such a strenuous task, and something that not a lot of people can get up and be like, yeah, I want to do this. Like every day they want to, you know, make these mistakes, want to go into this just so that they can make their org or their company as best as they possibly can. So that it just seems like such a strenuous process.
Yeah, it's every day isn't butterflies and rainbows, right? Like there's days where I wake up, I'm like, dang, I really don't want to do this administrative paperwork. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't want to work in this thing. That's the truth. I'm human, right? But I understand, one, well, the biggest thing that fuels me is that you guys are relying on me, right? I do the biggest thing, I don't want to let you guys down. Like anybody in the work, I know they're relying on me, and they have also taken the risk by joining this organization as well. Everybody has, right? So that's one thing. One, I'm not gonna let you guys down, and two, I truly believe that we have the ability to be the best esports organization to ever be on the face of the planet, and I truly believe that. And I know that the only thing if we lose, we only lose if we quit. That's the only thing, right? There's a light. It says in episode 12 of Devoted, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. That's a guarantee for everybody. Just how hard do you want to work to reach that light? And yeah. So as long as I'm doing something. If one day we put one foot in front, next day we put three. Doesn't matter as long as we're making progress. Because we'll get to the light eventually. That could be 2 years. That could be 5 years. So,
Dorian, now that you're in the U.S., what's like your favorite activity to de-stress? Because, you know, us Wisconsinites. See, I like a crisp walk every day. Like I just like going out, and then because we live in the Midwest, I feel like every Midwest person can agree to this. We can smell the weather. So like you can walk outside. And if you know a storm is coming, like it's a bright sunny day, you can smell that a storm is coming. And Dom knows what I'm talking about. Yeah. I don't know, Dorian, if you know what I'm talking about, but like
I do.
With Scott, like Midwest people, like we can just smell the weather. Is there like something that you like to do that like de-stresses you? Anything like obviously video games is a great distressor for all of us, but you know, is there something niche or weird that you like to do?
Not in particular, anymore. I don't know. I'm kind of like I kind of turned into like a workaholic. I'm weird. Like, I feel calm when I'm just getting things done. Like, I'm weird like that. Like, I guess my military culture taught me that. Like, just in the military, I was always fast paced and was always getting things done. And I just got used to just doing that and everything. So, yeah, I don't really watch movies to distress. I work out to keep my health and everything, but my workouts aren't fun, so they don't really de-stress me per se. It does give off dopamine. It is good to like work out, and I do feel better after I do. But no, not particularly. Like I don't know. I'm the type of person I just have to be just doing something. Like I cannot sit still, like metaphorically. Oh. So I think Dom just dropped, but
that's right. He's still here. He's coming back.
I'm still here. Hello?
Yeah, I am.
Hey. Discord on just my laptop crashed for some reason. All right.
That's fine. I can't see your webcam, but it's okay.
I can turn it back on anyways. I have to make sure the camera's still recording, but you can keep going.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I'm just the type of person that I just have to be doing something, right? And just trying to accomplish the next task. So no, there's been nothing that I do to really distress. I don't know. I just take it day by day.
I can give you.
That's a weird answer.
It's a weird question, and there's like just a couple things that like. One of my roommates is trying to get into knitting. Mm-hmm. Honestly, like, and I've tried learning how to knit like in my younger years, but it's one of those things where like somebody could be focusing on something like watching a movie or something like that and just be doing something with their hands the entire time. And my roommate now is just like so serene with the idea of just having something to do with their hands and then be able to like watch a movie or something. That's like their ultimate way to de-stress. Or as we do out in Wisconsin, we just take a good old dandy walk. And I think the craziest walk I've ever taken was we had a day in Wisconsin, and I don't know if anyone remembers this in the Midwest, but there's like a great. I'm not sure if it was part of the polar vortex or something like that, but I think 2 years ago we had a day where it was like -60 wind chill.
Holy crap!
Which is really fun.
Yeah, that was during the polar vortex.
Was that during the polar vortex? Yeah. They had, like burst pipes like everywhere. Mm-hmm. Like not from the fact that it was 60 degrees, but it was from the 60-degree day. The next day was like 30 or something like that. So that change in that temperature just completely fucked up like half of the pipes in the Midwest, and they all burst. But the best part about this is that me and my entire floor of our dorm, we decided to take a good old half-hour walk outside when they told us that we shouldn't, or else we'll probably die. And it was quite dandy. So, Dorian, I suggest you sometime, especially in this winter, try to find the coldest day possible and just walk outside and enjoy it, or try to, because it's great.
I'm probably not gonna do that.
Okay.
No, sorry. No.
You know, I tried, but you know.
You did. I appreciate it. No, but that's good though. Yeah. I guess for me, to make my answer short and simple, I play video games. I like competing. I'm weird like that, and I like playing battle royale games and competitive games and just playing that. So that's my de-stressor, I guess.
Yeah, you're
as
back.
Cliche as that is. You're
back with you didn't have your computer for a while. Now that you're trying to get things from overseas back here, is there any game that you just like as soon as you booted up your PC, like you're just getting right back into, or is there anything new that you've been trying to play?
Well, I'm on a laptop right now. My PC
really?
is still being shipped over.
Oh my gosh!
So I can only play like Hyperskate. I know a few people in our Discord are playing PUBG again, so I'll probably play that with them again. But I'm still on my Hyperskate grind. That game is dying though, so I might have to jump off of it in a little bit.
Oof.
Go on to Apex. But sooner or later, hopefully, if the org grows, I won't have time to play video games anymore. To be honest. And I have to focus on running the org a lot more. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
That's the goal. See, that's the thing is you always say you have these like episodes of like a CEO playing Rogue Company or anything like that. It'd be super cool, like, you know, years down the line if the org does get super huge, that like you return to that series and you like say like, oh, we're playing Rogue Company again, but now I don't have any time in the world. So it's just like, let's say you just got like absolutely terrible at the game. Now you have an excuse. You're just like, I just work 24/7.
Exactly.
So people can look at what an accomplished CEO. This dude is how he actually plays.
Or even better. So I do aim lab every day. I still train my aim. Like, you know, like when I have time, and I'm like just when I have some downtime, I just do the aim lab. I have like my aim task I do and everything. So I'm still keeping my aim up there. So I still might be cracked. We'll see.
How is CEO does taxes? When is that episode coming out?
Does taxes, bro.
Yeah.
I don't even know when that's coming. I have to go meet with a banker, an accountant, insurance agent, and a lawyer. Like, that's the stuff behind the scenes. The thing is like, it's like, oh, I'm gonna have a team and it's gonna be cool. No, I gotta like do taxes and like figure out what bank we're gonna use. I need an accountant. I need an insurance agent. Like, are you guys gonna have health insurance? Like, stuff like that. I need a lawyer in case somebody tries to sue me. Like,
that would be such a cool live stream. Like, just if you just live stream every day. Like, honestly, I would tune into like, I'm not sure if anybody on Twitch has done this yet, but like if somebody like worked for the IRS or like was working in like the taxing department and just decided to like stream their 9 to 5 and like everything still counts. There's still a chat. There's still like donations and stuff, but it's just them like in a cubicle. Like being like, all right, today I'm
using Microsoft Excel.
Exactly. He's just like, guys, there's a bit of a hack we can use with this. We can, you know, use this algorithm instead. And then people donate for him to like, I don't know.
Yeah, teaching them tax fraud.
Like, what if a donation was like $1,000 to like pull the fire alarm in their firm or something like that?
Sounds like a good way to lose the $1,000 you just made off of like a suit.
That's true. But you know, I'm just saying that would be cool. What if that was like the next like video content was
live streaming. All that stuff, all the boring stuff behind the scenes.
Yeah, I mean, you say it's boring, but what if there's people that are accountants in the chat that just wanna de-stress with somebody crunching some good old numbers, you know? Who
knows? I would say episode 13. That's gonna be some good production videos. That wasn't. I had a stroke. Episode 13 of the Motor Bully is gonna be better quality. For the World Pro League, because I'm gonna be in New York City, and I'm working on. And I just talked about this, but I'm working on getting a videographer over here to help me film World Pro League with better quality.
That's dope.
So and obviously all that stuff. So we'll see. I'll be in New York City for that because I'm going to New York for my birthday.
Nice, dude. So wait, you said, are you gonna do anything crazy in New York? Because I feel like, I mean, COVID is obviously a huge thing, but is there any like COVID friendly thing that you're excited to do in New York?
I'm planning to perform poetry in New York, so I'm gonna finish writing my poem, find one of the poetry slam bars that's open, and go there and perform some poetry. So I'm looking forward to that. It's been a while. Last time I did that was like 2016, and
really? Oh.
Yeah, I haven't been in America since, so.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay.
So
my one thing, and like all of that, like entire culture of just like poetry, like in these like certain places in New York, just seems super interesting to me. But the one thing that's always depicted as is like after everyone does their poetry, you have to snap. Is that a thing?
No, that's not a thing. At least the ones I've been to, we don't do that.
Really? Wait.
No,
so people just clap
like,
normally.
Yeah, like normal.
How disrespectful.
Alex, do you just picture them all with like the berets and like the sunglasses on?
They have like
little bongos.
I don't know where that came from. I don't know but I've just always associated slam poetry with the snaps.
Yeah, so have I, honestly. I've seen that like cartoons or you see depicted on like TV shows and everything like that, but the ones I've been to, no, we don't snap.
Gotcha. Is it like... How many people normally go to those? Are those pretty popular, especially in New York?
Yeah, man. When I went there, it was late at night. It was like midnight. Midnight, like 11 p.m. midnight, and it was a lot, bro. It was like, I don't know how to describe the size of it. Like I guess like take like the living room you're sitting in looks pretty decently sized. Imagine that with like a stage added on and like that whole room filled up with people sitting down, some of them standing up, and everything. It's I would say when I went to it, it was between 50 and 100 people.
Really? Wait, 50 and 100. And those places are probably not the largest, especially in New York. So it's probably
it's the size of like a small restaurant.
Wow.
Alex, yeah, it was pretty good.
If the channel at any point hits 100,000 subscribers, me and you, we're going to New York and we're going to.
That would legitimately be so much fun. Like I wouldn't care if it was like 100,000. If we ever go to New York.
I don't know when that would be, but when we hit that point. Me and you, we're taking a trip to New York.
If it hits 10 million, we're gonna open our own slam poetry.
Yes,
in Milwaukee. All Milwaukee residents who are listening to the podcast, rejoice.
If we hit 10 million on YouTube, I don't know what I will fund your slam poetry venture.
I mean, you'll probably have billions and billions of dollars, and you'll just be like, oh yes, a small fortune. To give to my beautiful. People.
My beautiful people.
But like, okay, so I'm super interested into this like poetry stuff. I mean, I've seen like poetry, these slam poetry, I guess, recordings of things like that. Is timing and cadence, is that something that you really try to work with when you're trying to think of poetry yourself? Do you try to like, because I know there's a lot of poetry that seems mundane when you read it, but the way that people present is. When you go to these slam poetries, do you see like a lot of variation in between like the tones and the ways that people talk?
Because when I write poetry, biggest thing I write about things. I don't write it all at once, like the whole poem. I write it in segments and just whenever something comes to my mind, or if I'm like sad, or if I'm like, if I just feel like I need to write something down, I write into a poem, and then I use words to make it phonetically rhyme and everything like that, right? But yes, with the cadence, there's a certain cadence, like the way you want your flow to be. Like I do mine, like I start my next sentence that rhymes with the last word of my last sentence. So like that, I use pauses sometimes, and like stuff like that. So yeah, there's different cadences and stuff you can go with.
That's absolutely wild to me. Like just that whole it's like freeform jazz, but like with talking, it's crazy to me. It's so dynamic, especially when you like see it. It's almost like captivating.
Yeah.
Captivating. Oh my gosh. I almost like I had a stroke too. I was trying to say captivating and defying at the same time. Captifying. I should be a slam poet. Poet?
Alex, are you okay, dude?
I'm not okay. Just bring me to the hospital right now.
Yeah, shit, huh?
I am too busy being a lyricist over here.
You're like Eminem, bro.
Exactly, but in a slam poetry setting.
So,
That's
but yeah,
that's dope.
yeah, that's pretty much me so far. We'll see what 2021 brings and everything.
I'm hoping
So,
for a big year, and I'm hoping for a year better than this one. That's for sure.
yeah, we'll see how society. I don't know. COVID is just another topic. But, yeah, most people are okay and everything. I know in the New Jersey, New York area, it's actually kind of high. Like, I can't go home because of COVID has affected my family, so that's why I'm in a hotel and everything. So we'll see how that goes and everything. But I might be moving, like I said, in like the beginning of next year. So
Sweet.
yeah, that's another thing as well. Me moving because I might be going to school again. I did college before the Marine Corps, and I have those college credits, and I've done college while in the military as well. So I have like 80 something credits between everything. So I'll go back to school probably and go study data science. And going back to what I said about doing what can we do different, I think it'd be cool for us to implement some data stuff into the org and everything. And I hope I'm not giving any secrets away to anybody else watching, but it's gonna be a lot easier said than done. But I
One
think
viewer
cool.
right now is just writing down get
Right.
data science degree. Key to success.
Yeah, I'm not worried because most people won't even take action on it. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. If we could do that, like that'd be crazy. It would just be amazing if we can start innovating stuff through data science.
How many years of college did you do before going into the Marines?
I did 1 year of college. So I wanted to be a surgeon, actually. After high school, I wanted to be a surgeon. So I went on the surgeon route. So I went to college. I went to West Virginia University. And studied exercise physiology as my undergraduate. Did anatomy, all that stuff, everything like that. But I didn't have any money to go back. So then I didn't go back the next year. And then I was like, what am I going to do in my life? And then, that Marine Corps recruiter came through. Sounded real nice. And then I was able to join the military. And then here I am 5 years later.
And
but it was good, though. It was good.
Now you have 80 credits. You can go back to school and data science and all that kind of stuff, and then start building your org. I mean, that sounds pretty nice.
Yeah. So I think it'd be good.
Seems dope.
Yeah. Well, I think we're gonna. I don't know why I just blanked for a second. I do want to bring us to our last little segment, where we share like a piece of media that we're interested in, that we're like vibing with these past 2 weeks. We actually didn't put an episode out last time, or the last scheduled week we had it, so now we've had even more time to think over it. So I'd like to just go around in a little circle. This time we'll do like Dorian, Alex, me for it. So Dorian, if you'd like to start off, share anything cool that you've been checking out recently.
Media? No, I don't know. Nothing in particular. I mean, I try to keep up with all the organizations. There's like a YouTube channel called Esports Talk on YouTube, and they keep up to date with everything going on in esports. And they're pretty up to date and pretty quick about the turnaround time of things. Yeah, I'm just seeing what's going on with the different teams and everything, different leagues like Call of Duty. There's some Twitch streamer drama going on that I'm looking into just so I can not have our guys make the same mistakes, honestly. But I mean that's what I indulge in media wise currently.
That one YouTube channel, like how do they structure everything? Because I guess they do like everything esports. Is it kind of more? Do they look into like the avenues of different games, or do they try to look at like these huge powerhouses like TSM, Team Liquid?
More like current events. They recap the current events, almost like a news station for esports. Pretty cool though. They take a lot of current events that go on within the esports industry between streamers, teams, like anything esports you can think of. That are major events happening, and they talk about it, give their thoughts and views, and stuff like that. It's pretty cool, pretty good. It's a good way for at least for me to get information about what's going on because they concise it pretty well. So yeah, so that's the media I'm in right now, looking into.
Nice. What about you, Alex? What are you checking out?
My next. Let me ask you too. Are you guys familiar with a very niche game called chess?
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it?
Yes.
Okay. Well, there's a very specific Dominic rolled his eyes because actually before this podcast, I was on my phone playing chess a little bit. If anyone wants to know, on chess.com, I'm actually 950 ranking. So like the top players, the grandmasters are around, like 3,000, crazy, all that kind of stuff. I'm almost a third of that, which is saying a lot. I think instead of Road to Pro League, I'm going to do Road to Grandmaster pretty soon with my
you should.
My things. But my piece of media, there's a Netflix show called Queen's Gambit that's out.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. I heard it's really good actually.
It's really good. It's super cool because it's one of those that like a lot of these like higher tier chess players that like actually do all this stuff in Queen's Gambit, which is go to these like international tournaments. They comment and say how real the show is and how a lot of the show gets it right, so it's really cool. It's something that everyone should totally watch because it's like one of the coolest shows on Netflix so far.
Yep. For me, I've been messing with, a new album by Rav came out recently though that I've been listening to a lot of called I'm On To Me, and I've been a big fan of his music, so I've been listening to a lot of that. And then I've also been playing, I found this game yesterday, and it's free. You can just play it like online on Newgrounds because they made it in Flash, called Friday Night Funkin'. And it sounds really weird, but it's like this rhythm game, and the soundtrack is like oddly like really, really good. And it's like a fun game. I'd recommend checking that out if you have any free time. It doesn't cost any money. But yeah, okay. Those are my two things. Those are two things that have been near and dear to my heart these past 2-3 weeks now. But yeah, I'm glad we could all get that shared out. And on that note, I'd like to wrap up the podcast. I'd like to thank Dorian for coming in on semi-short notice this evening.
It's fine. I thank you guys.
Yeah, and we'll see you hopefully in 2 weeks. I don't believe. When is Christmas? Does Christmas fall?
It's the 5th, so 14 days from the 5th. It's the 24th.
Yeah, Christmas in 3 weeks. So we'll record one before Christmas.
Okay, so that'll be maybe me and Alex will have some holiday garb on for a little special Christmas episode for this season.
Get out your eggnog.
Yeah, crack open.
It's gonna get saucy.
We got some hot chalky up here. But yeah, stay tuned for episode 4, and thank you for coming out, everybody. See ya.
Thank you.